A couple of years ago, I remember going to bed at 2 a.m. right after I'd played close to 6 hours of video games. And even though I was knocked out for nearly 10 hours, I still woke up feeling like shit. I had brain fog, I felt lazy and tired, and worst of all, it was already mid-afternoon by the time I left my bed. I had a laundry list of things that I actually wanted to do. I wanted to learn how to code, I wanted to study math, I wanted to start a side hustle, but because I was always just so tired and I would wake up so late, I could never really get any of these things done. At some point during my early 20s, I came to the realization that if your sleep schedule is broken, then so is the rest of your life. Because sleep is the foundation of your life, and if your foundation is damaged, then you're gonna have a very hard time building anything on top of it. But that isn't the kind of person that I am anymore. I am now someone who wakes up even before the sun, naturally, without an alarm. Not just that I wake up feeling like I'm full of energy, motivation, and ready to attack the day. Because my sleep is so optimized now, my mood on most days is really good. I have no brain fog and can focus on things for hours. My self-control is strong, and literally every area of my life has improved since my sleep got better. In this video, I'm going to share my sleep protocols that are just total game changers. And if you follow them, you are going to notice a massive difference from week 1. So let's get right into them. Back in the day, I used to wake up and go to sleep whenever I felt like it. It was all based on my mood, emotion, and what was going on in my life on that particular day. If I was hanging out with my friends late at night, then I would sleep at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. or even later. And if I had nothing to do, I would probably sleep much earlier, like around 9 p.m., 10 p.m. Basically, I had no sleep schedule, because back then, I didn't really value it. What I previously thought about sleep was, as long as I get my 6 to 8 hours of sleep, I'm good. Because that's what you hear all over the mainstream internet, and that is exactly what I thought. Whether I slept at 1 a.m. or whether I slept at 9 p.m., it didn't really matter as long as I got those 8 hours. But I was dead wrong. Sleeping 6 to 8 hours a day is just like one half of the equation of sleep. But the other important part, which accounts for like 50% of your sleep quality, is going to bed at the same time every single day. Even though in the past I was getting 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep, I was still waking up feeling tired and having all this brain fog. It's only after years of having really poor quality of sleep I realized the importance of literally having a sleep schedule, a fixed time where you actually drop everything and go to bed. And this time remains the same no matter what day it is, especially the weekends. Once I started adhering to my sleep schedule, my life flipped completely. Literally within a week, I was now waking up feeling much better. My energy levels were boosted by like 40-50%. I was like, whoa, just by sleeping at the same time every day, I'm gonna feel this amazing. The reason why this is so powerful is because when you go to sleep, your body does a bunch of important processes from secretion of hormones to decluttering your mind. And when you go to sleep at random times, these processes are misscheduled and are not optimally performed. That is why you wake up feeling fatigued and have brain fog and you're not motivated when you sleep at irregular times. I know what some of you are thinking. Some of you are thinking that if I go to bed early every day, like at 9 or 10 p.m., how on earth am I ever going to socialize? All my friends hang out late, parties start late. What is my social life going to look like? Let me be completely honest with you. I did miss a bunch of social occasions, whether they were family gatherings, parties, or just friends calling me over. And you know what the truth is? I do not regret missing any of these social occasions because just sleeping at irregular times improved the quality of my life to such a large degree. I was finally doing the things that I wanted to do. I was finally able to tick things off my to-do list. I felt productive, I learned how to code, I learned martial arts, consistently making progress in the gym. These things gave me so much joy and satisfaction seeing myself grow in multiple domains of life. So if I had to give up some of the social gatherings away in order to retain what I was doing, then I was perfectly willing to make that trade. Once you realize the power, the motivation, and the happy mood that regular sleep timing gives you, you are going to be very careful about messing up your sleep. You're going to really start questioning your social events. Is it worth it? Is 2 hours of fun tonight worth ruining the entirety of the next day? When I wake up feeling jet lagged and unproductive, also it's not like your social life is completely over. You can still get your dose of social interactions as long as you schedule them early on in the day. Somewhere during the mornings, mid-afternoon, late afternoon is perfectly fine. But this is a bit hard to pull off at first because this is not the social norm. But eventually I did get a few of my friends on board with the idea of meeting up earlier rather than later. And this way you get the best of both worlds. you're probably going to have this experience of not being able to fall asleep early, even if you went to bed on time. And this was especially true in my case. It used to take me like 1 to 2 hours just to actually be able to fall asleep. I had to flip through 30 positions, stare at the ceiling, scroll through my phone. But ever since I watched a couple of podcasts on sleep optimization by Andrew Huberman, it has completely transformed my sleep. So I'm going to share with you a couple of protocols that are just miraculously going to fix your sleep. Within days, you're going to start feeling sleepy at the right times of the day, and you're naturally going to feel awake and refreshed when it's time to wake up. You see, your body has its own biological clock. It's called your circadian rhythm. And this circadian rhythm decides how you're feeling at the moment. Are you feeling energized and alert, or are you feeling tired and drowsy? And if this clock gets messed up, you are going to feel alert at the wrong times, and you are going to feel drowsy at the wrong times. My biological clock was messed up, which is why I used to wake up feeling tired, and during the night I was like fully pumped up and used to have a bunch of thoughts coming in. So the first tool I used to fix my biological clock was that I started intermittent fast, which is nothing but not eating food during a particular window of time and then having your meals in your eating window. I realized that when I fast for like 15-16 hours a day, I instantly fall asleep at night, and the quality of the sleep that I get is way better. That's because when you fast for such a duration, your body does a bunch of detoxifying processes that are quite good for you. It also recalibrates your hormonal secretion. So now the hormones that allow you to fall asleep and the hormones that make you feel alert are all being secreted at the right times of the day. The days that I do not fast, I feel that I almost have this chaotic, restless energy within me at night. But the days that I do fast, I feel a lot more relaxed and have this soothing feeling. And within 10 to 15 minutes of hitting the bed, I'm deep asleep. The second protocol that I use for optimizing my sleep is sunlight. As soon as you wake up, you need to view sunlight for like 10 to 15 minutes. And this gives your body the signal that, hey, it's morning. Pump out the right neurochemicals to make him feel alert, get him ready for the day and get him moving. So I try to view as much sunlight during the earlier parts of the day, especially during the mornings. And as the evening time approaches, let's say around 7:30 p.m., I start dimming the lights of my house. Literally turn off all the lights in my room, and I just turn on one lamp which emits this yellow light, and this gives your body quite a different signal, letting it know that hey, it's night time to relax buddy, time to switch off your thoughts and time to secrete melatonin, which is the hormone that assists with sleep. If you're someone who likes to check his cell phone or laptop at night, firstly I would recommend that you do not use these things at night right before bed. But if you absolutely have to, enable dark mode and enable these blue light filters so that this does not impact your sleep. The last protocol that I follow to optimize my sleep is that I do all of my hard physically or cognitively demanding work earlier on in the day. This is the time of your day when your body is the most alert, secretes higher amounts of dopamine earlier on in the day, which is the neurochemical that is associated with motivation. So get all your cognitively demanding, challenging, physically demanding, stressful things, get done with them early on in the day when you have the dopamine in your system to deal with them. Later on in the day, your body secretes more of serotonin. This neurochemical is responsible for soothing you down, calming you. Do not place in tasks which are very stimulating or stressful, because this is going to keep you up later at night and you are not going to be able to fall asleep. I have this rule that around 3 hours before bedtime, I stop doing anything that is work related. You're not going to believe this, but I literally put my phone on flight mode 1 hour before bedtime, because I do not want to receive a phone call which is too stressful in nature or which is too exciting or fun, because I have noticed that when I receive such calls, it definitely disrupts my sleep. I want to keep that 1 hour before bedtime just to unwind, calm down, relax, and not worry about work. I know that some of the protocols that I've mentioned might sound a bit over the top to you. You might wonder, why am I putting so much effort in trying to optimize my sleep? But trust me, the best investment you can make for yourself in terms of your mental and physical health is optimizing the quality of your sleep. It's not buying a supplement, it's not doing a course, it's not doing some weird exercise. It is making sure that you get your sleep right.